I mean, it's a shame it had to go down like this. What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today's topic, sad situation. So apparently this girl, what is her name? Clinny. Her first name was Courtney Clinning. I think she goes by Courtney Taylor on Instagram or on OnlyFans. Apparently she's like an OnlyFans model. She's dating this gentleman, Christian. So basically what I wanted to talk about is, men dealing with domestic violence from women, right? Now we don't know everything that went on in this relationship. All we could do is we have her side of the story and what her friends have seen in the past, but we don't know exactly what went on in their relationship. Obviously, it was some type of toxic relationship, and they were dealing with a lot of drama over the years. I think they were only dating for like 2 years. That's a lot of drama to be dealing with for only 2 years of dating somebody. Not that your drama should go up as you gain more years in your relationship, but I mean, you're still trying to get to know this person. So I don't understand what all the drama is really about within the first 2 years. But either way, I've always been a big advocate of letting people know, men and women, like, never put your hands on a woman, right? That's what we're taught. We're taught as young kids. When I was a young boy, I was always taught never to hit women, right? Why? Why should you never hit women? You should never hit women because, women are most of the time they're going to be smaller than you. You're bigger than her. You need to respect women, and and all that is true. That is 100% true. You should never hit a woman because of these reasons. You need to respect women. You need to, understand that you're probably bigger than this woman. You know what I'm saying? You're probably most men are more prone to being violent. You know what I mean? It's just, even in the nature of killing yourself, a man's death, if he was to commit suicide, is always more violent than a female killing herself. Females usually like take pills or something like that, or, they like to clean the house. This is what statistics show. Like, they'll clean up. They don't want to leave a mess for anybody to clean up. Men will just blow their head off. Just, shotgun or something like that. They do something crazy because men are usually more violent than women. That's just how it is. This is how wars are kind of started. Most men are in wars because they're able to be more violent than a woman is. If it was a war with all women, the fight wouldn't be that violent, most likely. You know what I mean? But anyway, so we always teach boys never to hit women, and you shouldn't. I think that's a correct teaching. You should always teach young men that you should never hit a woman. But what we're not doing as parents, we're not teaching these young girls not to hit men for the same reason. Just pretty much the same reason that you're teaching a boy not to hit girls is the same reason you should be teaching your girl not to hit boys. Why? You should be telling your girl, never hit a man, never hit a boy, never hit a man. Why? Because you need to respect him. You need to respect a man. Just like he respects you, how we're supposed to respect women, you need to respect the man. Because he's bigger than you. He could really hurt you. If something was to happen, this man could really hurt you, right? So you don't want to get into an altercation with a man where he could possibly kill you with his bare hands if he wanted to. You know what I mean? So why would you get into it? Why would you want to get into it with a man knowing that could happen to you? Because that he's not going to do nothing. or you think he's not. Sometimes you think you know that man, he's not going to do nothing. But then when he hauls off and cracks your jaw to defend himself, now you want to go to the police. Now you want to go to the police. Now you want someone to help you when you were the one that was hitting this man. So if you guys don't know who this girl is, I'm sure you guys have been following the story. I'll put a couple of pictures of her over here. She's a Instagram model or hold on, let me see. Yeah, she's an Instagram model. She does OnlyFans, and I believe he used to help her manage the OnlyFans. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I've heard, some things that he used to help her manage it, and maybe he was like taking a cut from it. Maybe he was taking the pictures. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know how long she had been on OnlyFans, but beautiful girl, beautiful looking girl. This guy is clearly, he's a big guy. He's bigger than her. I don't know how tall he is, but he's a big guy, But to me, if I was her, dating this guy, I'd think twice about smacking this dude. You know what I'm saying? I would really think, like, man, if I crack this dude, like, he could really do something to me. He could really damage me. Let me chill out. I want to continue my career as a beautiful woman and, post all these pictures. I'm not trying to get my face messed up by this dude. I need to respect him. Number one, respect is a big thing. If a woman does not respect you, which she doesn't respect him, clearly because she slapped the hell out of him several times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's videos of it. I'm just talking about the videos which we're going to discuss in a minute, but there's proof that she's been smacking this dude and she's not even holding back. Like, she's just like, so clearly she doesn't respect him. And when you lose respect, for somebody, for anybody, like, as a man, this is the time for you to be the bigger man, the bigger person. You need to leave. The moment she slaps you one time, I say one time. That's my thing. You hit me one time, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm not, because you don't respect me as a man. You don't think that I could break you right now, clearly. And you don't respect yourself. If you smack me as a woman, you don't respect yourself. You don't just not respect me, but you don't respect yourself because you don't care about your life. You don't care about what can happen to you, basically. Even though I'm not going to do anything, because I'm always going to be the bigger person. I'm always going to play that role. I don't mind playing that role, and I don't complain about it. I'm always going to play the bigger role in those situations, and I'm going to leave. And that's my advice to all of you who are in these type of relationships. If you're a man, value yourself, respect yourself, because that's first. Once you know how much value you have as a man, you won't make these mistakes. You won't let somebody put their hands on you, especially like a female, because if a man puts their hands on you, it's no holds bars. Now you guys can go toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? He's your equal at this point. You're a man, I'm a man. Let's do this. Boom, you don't hit me. Now I'm defending myself. Boom. But if a female hits you, it's like, whoa. You have to think. She don't have a weapon. She's, she just smacked me in the face. I don't really have to defend myself. I could keep her. If she just hits me once or she's trying to come at me, I could just, distance myself till I can get out of the house. Because she's not going to overpower you into the house. You know what I'm saying? Just get out of the house or get out of wherever you are. Leave the situation. If y'all riding together, leave her ass. Leave her ass on the side of the road. I'm out. This girl was smacking me. Get a ride somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's simple. And you leave that situation. You just bounce. You just leave the relationship. It's that easy, in my opinion, right? So, but let's look at some of what the I don't know if this is like the district attorneys or whatever in Miami. But she kind of explains a little bit of how everything went down and the call log of the events, the timing, because the timing of the events in which they from the time that the stabbing happened and then she called the police, all that stuff is important, right? They always put that in that goes with the case, you know what I'm saying? So, but let's look at it, a little bit of it.
The chief medical examiner of Miami-Dade County determined that Christian's cause of death was a stab to the chest. Christian was stabbed as the knife punctured the subclavian artery in his right chest. If you look over here for just a second to either one of these screens, you will see get a good idea of how large that subclavian artery is within the human heart. The chief medical examiner further determined that the knife entered Christian's chest in a downward angle to the depth of 3 inches. In other words, the medical examiner has indicated that the fatal a downward angle. If you look over here for just a second to either one of these screens, you will see get a good idea of how large that subclavian artery is within the human heart. The chief medical examiner further determined that the knife entered Christian's chest in a downward angle to the depth of 3 inches. In other words, the medical examiner has indicated
Dang.
the fatal knife wound which entered Christian's chest was the result of a forceful downward thrust penetrating to the depth of over just 3 inches into that artery you just saw. You'll see there on those screens on either side how deep that 3 inches is. Doesn't sound fun, but it was certainly enough to kill.
Yeah, you would have had to stab somebody like that deep.
This homicide has gained some notoriety since the defendant, Clenny, is an internet social media personality and influencer under the name of Courtney Taylor. Evidence gathered during the investigation of Christian's death showed that since November of 2020, he and the defendant, Clenny, had been involved in an extremely tempestuous and combative relationship.
Yeah, as you can see from what she's saying and what they, experienced at the corner, that he was clearly stabbed. Like, in order to get a 6-inch knife 3 inches deep into a chest, you know what I'm saying? Like a chest, upper shoulder area, to where he was stabbed. She had to have, went in a downward motion to stab him, So now, what her lawyer is trying to say is that it was self-defense. Fair enough. Okay. If it was self-defense, how did you get the knife? You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have had to do something, let you get up, unless you guys are fighting in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys are fighting in the kitchen. It's not a movie, where you're being attacked and, there's a knife on the side and you just kind of grab it. It could have been like that. We don't know. It could have been like that. So I'm not taking his side on it, saying that he didn't do anything, because I don't know what he did. And I'm not taking her side because I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is why people go to trial. This is why, so they can prove their points, right? But she later makes a statement, and I'll play it for y'all here in just a second, where she says that she threw the knife, that she was defending herself because he threw her to the ground, and then he allowed her to get up. So she ran to the kitchen, grabbed the knife, and threw it. This chick's an axe thrower now. Like, she threw it and it went 3 inches deep into somebody's skin. Nah. That's not likely, right? And this is just a single stab wound. It's just one stab wound. So I don't think that she is a killer. I don't think that she's not, you can pinpoint her as like this chick that just kills people, like she's trying to murder this dude. I don't think that she was trying to murder him, on purpose, or trying to kill him on purpose. I don't know what she was trying to do, because usually the reason I say that is because, okay, if somebody's trying to murder somebody, like stab them to death, there's usually going to be multiple stab wounds. Like somebody's going to they're going to try to get at you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even do that in jail. When they're trying to kill somebody, they stab you as many times as they can and get up out of there, right? They don't just stab you one time and she's not, this ain't Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? She's not elite with the knife like that. So I'm not going to call her like a murderer in that sense where she's a killer, but what she did was, she doesn't know what she's doing, and you ended up killing somebody. It's the same thing if you was to get in a car accident and you kill someone, or if you hit somebody with a car, your intent may not be to kill them, but your intent is to cause bodily injury, you know what I'm saying, to where that person may die.
Many noise complaints. From the apartment elevator building, you will see that on February 21st, 2022 incident, a month after the couple moved into the building. So let's play that video if we could now. If you look at either screen, you will now see the video. That's them entering their apartment. You can see, you will draw your own conclusion, but it certainly appears that the defendant was aggressively attacking Christian.
Clearly.
Such interactions appear to have caused Tony and Christian to separate at various times in their relationship.
So, yeah, what y'all saw there, I mean, come on. I mean, that's, if you're experiencing something like that on several occasions, even that one incident, let's just say that was the first incident of that happening. Hypothetically speaking, that's the first time that ever happened. My man, it's time to start packing your stuff, man. Pack your stuff, man. Because he was clearly restraining himself from beating her ass, right? She pulling his hair, you know what I'm saying? Messing up his fresh braids and all that. Like, what's wrong with this chick, man? Are you crazy? Clearly you crazy. I mean, that dude's big. You know what I'm saying? That dude's solid. He could have, man, what's his name? What's that football player? If he was in that elevator, you already know what he did, oh girl. She ain't seen that tape before?
You're right, wink, wink. She's drunk. But then you see that he doesn't seem to give a shit about anything anyway. He knocks her out and just looks down at her like no big deal, right? And then he drags her out like no big deal. He kind of kicks or nudges her with his foot like no big deal. So the guy's like, when he says you want to cover it up, his reaction is nothing, like it's been nothing all along. So I don't give him any credit for that. It just seemed like he just didn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. So, well, when he, lost a $4 million contract, all of a sudden he gives a shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of incredible because I get the argument that, hey, you know what, they were hitting each other. And no one in any circumstance is trying to say that it's okay for anyone in a relationship to hit the other person, regardless if the person is bigger than them, smaller than them. You shouldn't hit, right? But in a relationship where you know you are a larger person, you're a stronger person, doesn't matter what the gender is, doesn't matter what the sex is, you should probably try to handle the situation in a more mature way and resort to violence or resort to self-defense if you absolutely need it. If the person poses an imminent threat. She did not pose an imminent threat. That's why you can't justify him hitting her, right? I mean, I love that Fox News brought up the whole situation with Solange and Jay-Z. We talked about that yesterday, right? Jay-Z handled that situation correctly because he's larger than Solange. He can cause severe damage to Solange physically. All he had to do was tell her to step aside. She was being irate. She should face assault charges for what she did. There's evidence of what happened, but he's not going after her. Understandably so, because it's his wife's sister. But nonetheless, he handled it the way a mature adult handles it. You resort to self-defense when the person poses an imminent threat. That's it. It's that simple.
Come on, man.
Including the last week of March 2022, when Clenny expelled Christian from the apartment. This occurred while Clenny's mother, Deborah Clenny, who was in town and staying in the apartment. Defendant Clenny and Christian then rekindled their relationship on Friday, April 1st, 2022, after her mother left to go home to Texas. At that time, Christian moved back into the apartment. Arguments began almost immediately, with police responding to the apartment. Police reported that Clenny appeared intoxicated when she was contacted on the evening of April 1st, 2022. This was 2 days before the homicide. On Sunday, April 3rd, 2022, the day of Christian's death, events started peacefully, with the couple filming themselves with their dogs in the apartment. A key fob for the records showed that Christian left the apartment at 1:15 p.m. and returned about 3 hours later at 4:32 p.m. with sandwiches that he had bought for both of them. So what we've done here now, if you look at the screen, you'll see there a timeline. While you look at it, I'm going to try to go through it because the timing is very important to understand in this case.
Look at her face, man. She crazy.
Called Christian. Then she goes live on Instagram. And then at 4:33 p.m., she called him again, shortly after posting the video. At 4:33 p.m., Christian walks into the apartment. 10 minutes later, at 4:43 p.m., Clenny called her mother. That call lasted until about 4:49 p.m., just over 6 minutes. At 4:49, Clenny made a second call, almost immediately, to her mother. They spoke until 4:56 p.m., a little over 7 minutes. I think at 4:57 p.m., Clenny calls 911. At 4:57, police officers exit the elevator at the unit. Christian's stabbing must have occurred between 4:33 p.m., when he returned to the apartment with those sandwiches, and at 4:57 p.m., when the defendant, Clenny, called 911. Also, at the same time during that period of time, that being 4:33 p.m. to 4:57 p.m., neighbors began calling the building manager about a disturbance at the apartment. They called, security called 911 at 4:46, notifying them of the disturbance. 11 minutes later, at 4:57, defendant Clenny called 911 to tell the police that Christian was suffering from a stab wound and needed help. On that 911 call, Christian can be heard in the background repeatedly saying that he was dying and he was losing feeling in his arm. Defendant Clady is also heard saying, "I'm so sorry, buddy."
Yeah, you are sorry. Man. So, as y'all can see, man, it's terrible that it had to go that way, because that man had so much life to live, and her as well. She has so much life to live, and she fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, hopefully she did, because I hope they don't let her. I hope they prove that she is guilty, because she got a problem. She clearly has a problem. There are other reports. There's other people that came out and said that, I don't know if it's true or not, but some other dude, some guy that she used to date, said that she broke his jaw one time or something like that. That she punched him and broke his jaw. I don't know how true that is, but and then she has warrants, like out in Texas. She has warrants in Texas and somewhere else, I think, like 2 warrants or something like that, for some of the same things. Like a family member, she hit somebody or something. I just think she a little crazy. She probably up on them drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, she probably addicted to alcohol, addicted to some type of drugs, and clearly she was never taught to respect men, possibly didn't grow up with her father, you know what I'm saying, to teach her that stuff. Because if it's just her mama in the house, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I said all that to say, value yourself, men. Value yourself. There's no reason why that man should have put up with any type of violence like that from a woman at that, from his own girlfriend. You don't put up with no stuff like that. Same with women. Women, do not put up with a man beating you up. Like, lead the situation. Now you have to be the bigger person to lead the situation. Especially if thank God these 2 didn't have kids together, because, that's just, that messes up their lives as well. They have to see that stuff. But value yourself, men. Know your value. Know your worth. Same with women. Know your value. Know your worth. But, men in particular, this was his demise right here. He would have still been alive if he'd have left, if he had realized, like, man, I could just get another chick. You know what I'm saying? I can get, I can get somebody else. I'm not about to deal with this. You know what I mean? Or if he was the one, maybe he was the one that was the violent one or something like that. She should have been like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to just get up out of here, and I don't got time for this. You know what I'm saying? So either way, somebody has to be the bigger person. In this case, I think it was him. I think he should have been the bigger person to lead the situation. Like, just leave. In her case, you need to respect men. You know what I'm saying? You need to respect men, because clearly you don't, man. If you're out just hitting people, or you don't respect yourself either, there's a reason why I don't own a lion or a tiger or something like that. There's a reason why I don't agree with people that own those type of exotic animals. I don't agree with that, because because at any moment that lion or tiger could become a real lion and tiger. They can just out and flip out and just go back to their natural violence that they would do in the wild. You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to own one of these exotic animals knowing that this thing could, if I tick it off, maybe I don't give him the food fast enough, or maybe I don't do something right, he could just maul me to death. That's how I feel about when a woman just strikes a man. Like, you don't care about your life. You don't care. Like, because this dude could snap. You don't know what dude is that you're smacking right now. You could hit him thinking that he's not going to do nothing, and then he does something, and then it's like, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? So, and I've seen these, in the circus back in the days, they used to whip these lions. They used to whip them. When they didn't do something right, they whip them. And sometimes them lions fight back. They're like, man, I ain't about to be whipped no more, because I'm clearly bigger than you. And I know what I could do. I just don't do it. That's what I think the lions are thinking. So, but yeah, guys, I don't want to make this like a super long video or nothing like that, but I just wanted to speak out to the men out there and the women who are dealing with this type of domestic violence. Men in general, like, just be the bigger person, man, because you're life, that's what you're taught to do. You're taught to be the bigger person. Don't complain about it. Just do it. Just be a man and do it. Be the bigger person and lead a situation. You know what I mean? And females, you know, do the same thing. If you're forced to do that and you're in a situation where you just can't take it anymore, you know, I say one hit, one smack. Because you smack me one time, I'm out of there. You know, a female should be the same way. If he smacks you one time, you should be out of there. There should be zero tolerance on domestic violence. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Don't forget to like the video, comment in the comments below. Maybe I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's cool to hit your spouse or whatever. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But if y'all feel different about it or you feel a certain type of way about it, comment in it. Let me know what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to get on Amazon, guys. Get you some of that pre-workout, man. This is going to be a big company one day. I'm telling you. Mark my words. It's going to be big one day. Get on this train. Get these supplements, man. I'm telling you. It's a good product. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to be back at y'all in the next video. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.